It's called the paper ceiling, holding down millions of Americans who have the skills for tech jobs, but not the diploma. And that's because automated screening systems often filter out candidates who lack a college degree.
I worked at the airport. I worked as a concierge, a security guard.
It's not skills that held Justice Sanders back, and it certainly wasn't a lack of grit.
When I was doing these jobs, I was always doing something else. Like I was reading my book. I was on Coursera doing online courses.
He just couldn't afford college. And as he tried to find a way into the tech industry, he faced terrible choices.
In order to pay my bills, take care of my mother, and also have the bandwidth to study.
And you had to basically sacrifice rent in order to make that possible.
Exactly. I did have to stay in my car for a little bit.
The world needs workers. Even with recent headlines about big tech companies laying people off,
there likely will be more layoffs across multiple industries.
The World Economic Forum estimates only 1 in 3 tech jobs are filled by someone with the right skills. And yet, because of degree requirements, millions of Americans can't even get an interview.
60% of Black Americans, more than 60% of veterans, almost 70% of rural Americans are excluded.
Byron O'Geist runs Opportunity at Work, a nonprofit that convinces tech companies to look for skills, not degrees.
You've got millions of people who can do the job that you need done, and you are actually spending money to screen them out when you could spend half the money to let them in.
All of us, I think, just need a fair chance to say, if you are able to do the job, then you should be considered for it.
Carolyn Pierce got to college on a skating scholarship, and then a health emergency ruined her plans.
I lost my scholarship, and I was so embarrassed.
She fought her way into tech as a freelance coder and became the first partner at McKinsey not to graduate from college. And yet, she's still emotional talking about it.
Why does it make you feel that way, do you think?
To be honest, I think I've spent most of my career trying to avoid talking about the fact that I didn't finish college. There is like a little almost amount of guilt, or I'm just so grateful that I got the chance. And I know there are so many people who don't get chances like that.
Now, she leads a technology team fighting to change hiring practices.
At one point, took my team's resumes and ran them through one of these systems and, came back saying, we wouldn't have interviewed anybody if we had used that technology.
Nobody on your team would have even been considered for a job?
No.
Wow.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
Justice finally scored an internship with LinkedIn.
When I used some of that street resilience that I grew up with, combined, and now we're here.
And 2 weeks before we sat down, he got a full-time job there.
Let's just say the first time that I received my compensation, I was able to put a smile on my granny and mom's face.
Okay, that story is so enlightening. So if companies are not getting good candidates, why are they using this filtering system in the first place?
I mean, I think it really just comes down to cost, right? We've been taught over the years that somehow technology is going to be able to replace these sort of difficult human jobs, and recruiting, as anyone who's tried to do it, has found it is a very difficult thing to do. But here's the thing, right? It turns out that there are some reasons to continue using humans, right? To use new systems that are not just technologically based.
Yes.
And let me tell you guys, I just was on the subway in San Francisco the other day, and a woman comes up to me and says, I think I know you. We get to talking. Turns out that's Justice Sanders' mom. The one he's sleeping in his car.
To support, help support,
right?
yeah.
And she, just the love coming off this woman, the incredible excitement and pride she has in her son for doing this thing. You just remember, like, right, okay, there are some big, complicated problems that we have to solve in this world, ones where we don't know what the solution is.
Yeah.
This is a pretty easy fix.
And by the way, the grit, the ingenuity, the resourcefulness of these candidates, it's like, who needs a college degree? College will never teach what some of these candidates have.
These are all the qualities that we say we want.
I challenge you to Google some very successful people and find out how many people do not have a college degree. The numbers are unbelievable.
No, and when you slap that degree requirement on there, you're excluding a huge segment of Americans, and it turns out there's some of the most hardworking, grittiest people you could possibly find.
All right, that was great.
Thank you for opening our eyes, Jacob. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.